I'll at least air out that issue to present it to the concerned so that at least these first year's fees, they are paid on time. And also, if that will not be effective, I, as the Secretary General, what I'll do is that, because this time round we have been facing that challenge now. Now, in the next coming election, at least, I will ensure that all first years are given these opportunities. When they have paid all the 7%, that is the fee that is required to be paid by the parents, they will be able to vie for any position in the student council.
Thank you very much. And thank you for that, Larry.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you for keeping time.
Larry.
Let us appreciate Larry in a special way.
Tell your friends outside there that we are working on the live.
It is working.
So that they can join. Now, Sirere Brian, kindly, you have 10 minutes, 7 for yourself, 3 for questions. Thank you.
A seat, please occupy this other side, and leave them on their seat. Come over and see a seat, come very side, see this again. A seat, when you go up, put it this other side, and then if you're not on their seat, on the other side, kindly move to the other side.
Thank you. Let me begin by acknowledging the presence of the SEC in its entirety, led by its chair, the student council contestants, both losers and winners, the congresses, both losers and winners, ladies and gentlemen who are streamlining this event online, accept my greetings. Greetings, comrades, wisdom. Well, Zirere Brian, Faculty of Education, pursuing bachelor's degree in education, a third-year student, and I specialize in linguistics and literature. In the upcoming 11th Student Council elections, I'm contesting for the position of Secretary General, and I believe I'm driven by self-motivation, desire to stimulate total overhaul in the Student Council, ardent ambitions to restore the spirit of camaraderie between university comrades and the council. So USO should be an independent organization that when it makes decision, its decision should supersede any other decision of the authority in this university. So I invite you to this propitious podium for you to carefully listen, assess, and scrutinize the suitability of me to this particular position. So I will directly unveil to you the practicability of my plans if elected as the 11th Secretary General. And to the point, my first manifesto is effective and powerful representation of varsity comrades in the Senate and Disciplinary Committee. You well know that a Secretary General represents students in the Senate and Disciplinary Committee, and you're quite aware that a lot of these university students have been expelled under unclear grounds or justifications. So I, as the Secretary General, as the upcoming Secretary General, will ensure sound representation in the Senate. Let's say you have committed a very, very little and a very petty crime, and you get expelled for 1,000 academic days. That becomes, that is an obstruction to some of the comrades in this university. A very little petty offense that you commit. So I, as your Secretary General, will be standing as your advocate in the Senate, and I'll be fighting for you no matter what. No matter whether you are wrong or not, because I'm your lawyer, I will fight for you. No matter what, no matter if you did that offense or not, I will make sure that I stand for you. And if you can ask me how, that if you have committed a capital offense in the university, for instance, stealing of examinations, you get expelled in 1,000 academic days, and the justification becomes very clear that this person was found guilty and is going to be expelled in 1,000 academic days. I, as your Secretary General, will fight for your expulsion to be reduced to at least 1 academic year for you to come back. That is one of my agendas. The other agenda is campaigning on behalf of comrades, the upload of examination marks before the commencement of another session, so that you can be certain on whether you have missing marks or not. Okay? The other one is commissioning for Congress's achievable roles, other than just electing the council. This is very absurd, that the Congresses are elected by the majority of the comrades, but their core purpose is to install the student council. That is a little bit absurd. So in my tenure of office, I will empower Congresses. I will ensure that they devise ways and coming up with a lot of ideas that are meant to improve the general welfare of their respective schools. The other one is, without forgetting, the class representative allowances. You find in this university that class reps are only remunerated at the end of the semester, only 1,000 Kenya shillings. Is that even enough? Does 1,000 catered for your bundles in the whole semester? Does it? So in my tenure of office, I will fight for class representatives for at least to be remunerated. If it is it must be at the end of the semester, then a reasonable amount, not 1,000 shillings. That is very, very bad. We are neglecting our class representatives. And if you can ask me that we are already facing financial constraints in USO, I promise you to mitigate this issue by even bending some of the student council allowances and to appraise those of the class representative allowances. Another one is advocating for a necessity. That is very possible. That is very possible. It's very possible. I will advocate for a necessity to improve these university ICT services. You find that these university ICT services are very, very poor. Online reporting is an issue. You take days, you attempt in 1 week for you to be successful in reporting online. So I will advocate and champion for that. If you ask me why, just elect me, you will know why. The other one is championing for mass industrial attachment. In this university, School of Education comrades are very lucky because they are industrially attached by the school to their respective institutions or their workplaces. But in other faculties, we are neglecting the other faculties. So in my tenure of office, I promise to champion for mass industrial attachments, and we begin by the immediate county government. That Uasin Gishu county government should absorb at least 1,000 university attaches to their county offices. Okay? I will make sure of that because a lot of people are facing problems with absorption in the industrial market. Another one is public participation. I will ensure that comrades' ideas are accommodated. In Chapter 3 of the USO Constitution, Clause 8, Paragraph 3 states that one of the USO organs, that there should be a general meeting that should be convened by the Secretary General. The function of that meeting is to actually accommodate the ideas of the comrades so that you consider them. So that is public participation. The other one is security enhancement. I will make sure that in the gate pass, we devise some other improved ways for them to identify and authentically validate that you are a student. You are a student of this university. Very digital ways. Not every other time you come to present, your phone has hanged. Your phone has hanged, you find it very difficult to access your admission letter for you to access the school premises.
Thank you. Let me cut you short.
I'm sorry, a little bit.
Let me cut you short.
Under your discretion, let me complete. Under your discretion.
No.
The last point, please. I beg your pardon. Please.
So you will add that on top of the questions.
It's okay. Let me now take questions from...
We are chasing time, kindly. So questions? If there are no questions, how many questions? 1. 2 minutes. So in 30 seconds you ask, then very fast.
Sirere Brian. Thank you.
So, just to add, is there any way you can put this into account, the election of a new classroom, because there is nowhere it was written that a class rep, when you are elected for first year, it is a must to must finish at here. So, because majority of us here are longing to be leaders. Not that we can't, but because we are gathered from first year, so why that?
Thank you. Any other? Before we give in 1 minute 30 seconds. You have 1 minute 30 seconds.
Thank you, my friend, for that rational question, and I consider it very wise, and I'll accommodate that in my manifesto as I get to office, because in this school you find it, a class representative is only elected the time of a first year's orientation. That is a little bit unsensical, and in my tenure of office, class representatives should be elected every academic year. Thank you. So please, potential congresses, grant me this chance to build credibility in this. I want to factualize these manifestations into a practicability. I want to exercise my leadership in a manner that upholds public interest. I'm a man on a mission to fight for your vision without any omission. Thank you.
Yes, let us in a very, very special way. Again, appreciate the brand. Let us
Yes, a man of mission. Thank you very much, Reverend Brian. Very good friend of mine. We are moving on very well. Wekesa Titus, you are the next speaker, and kindly don't give us hard time the way Sirena did. Please. Next one. You have 7 minutes, then 3 minutes for questions.
Thank you. Thank you, Ebosek. Okay, to our Ebosek, my fellow leaders, and those watching me on the online platform, good evening.
Good evening.
It's my humble pleasure to introduce myself as Wekesa Chesoni Titus, a third-year student pursuing building and construction. I will first say my motto. My motto is, leadership is my talent. My vision is, articulating is my role. So, what do I mean by articulating is my role? I will start by outlining my manifesto because of time. The first one is school representatives. I was a congress once a time, I was a class rep once a time, and I got an opportunity to amend the constitution by collecting the signatures. And I can affirm that school representatives are paid. They are paid 2,000 per semester. So, school representatives who are here or who are going to be elected, there is a small token there. But I know it is small. So if we be given this opportunity, we shall look on ways of how we can improve that. Another thing, as per Chapter 3 of the Constitution, Article 17, it has now stated, since we amended, that school reps will have an opportunity to sit in the student council meeting. So school reps, you have an opportunity. After this election, those who will be elected, they will sit in the student council meetings. Okay. Point number 2, associations. For me, I will empower associations. Some of the people say associations are ethnic. But for me, I will empower associations. I will confront the dean's office. I will go to the vice chancellor. I will go where it's required to empower associations. When somebody becomes sick, association goes to see the person. When somebody lacks school fees, association takes charge of the person. So if given an opportunity, I will articulate that associations be empowered, and the students after joining, let it be an opportunity for them to do what? To join association. Let the association have a subscription fee. Let association have a joining fee so that it can also be empowered. So when somebody lacks fee, can get an opportunity. That is my second point. And because of time, I won't get that much of explanation. Another thing, the third point, is hostels. My dear friends, Congress, vote for the right person because first years are suffering. Uko hostel. Especially during rainy season. The closets that they are using, we call them washing closet. Is it washing closet? Something of the sort. But the one they are using. When you go there, most of them, they step on that. You know, it is the one like for the one people use for disability, not the one that is on the ground. So for the toilets, people are suffering, especially ladies. They undergo one challenge called urinalysis. That is the test, but it is called, I know you understand. So they face that challenge. And most of them, if you go at the dispensary, check on the list, which type of disease most of the comrades are suffering. It is that, on particular toilets of the hostels. So comrades are suffering under hostel. Why don't they build for us good hostels and people to stay there? So congressmen and women, if you give me this opportunity, I will fight for those hostels. Thank you. Another point, it is on matters student center. Student center is for the students, not for the university. Let me repeat, student center is for the students, not for the university. So I beg you, congressmen and women, there is an hotel there called Sarova. That rent goes to the institution, but it is supposed to come to the docket of what? To the docket of USO as an organ in itself. So if given an opportunity, I know the 10th ACF have articulated that. And if given an opportunity, I will articulate for the student center to be empowered, you people to be given an opportunity for business, because I know there are some students with the ability to run that particular place. Students have shops outside there, and if given an opportunity, they can install them at the student center. So congressmen and women, if you give me that opportunity, I will articulate. Thank you. Let's go to town campus. Town campus are suffering. Lack of marks. They don't have marks. Town campus, they are on a different world. And I thank God because I was part of the congresses who collected the signatures for the constitution to be amended so that town campus can be included. You can see now town campus are able to elect their own 3 representatives. Give them a chance. Once you are elected, take an opportunity and serve those people. And through your leadership and your support, we will work together and support town campus because they are suffering. Because of time, I will articulate maybe later. Another thing, I will tackle, this is like my AOB, I will tackle supplementary school fees, notice board. So we have supplementary, it is 2,000, I've taken note of that, on which I will congratulate the 10th AC because they articulated for that. I won't fear to say that. They articulated. And if given an opportunity, we get there, we shall tell the VC. Some people, it's not their wish to score this supplementary. Maybe you are sick, you come back. Maybe you have gone for funeral, you come back. You don't have content, but because of time limit, you just choose to do the exam. You get a supplementary, and somebody tells you 2,000. Imagine 4 of them. Imagine 8 of them. That is 16,000. Hell biote meisha. How will you survive? So, congressmen and women, if you give me this chance, I will articulate for that. Notice board. Notice board, I will congratulate the 10th AC because they fought for it. But in the coming government, if we be given an opportunity, we shall still continue pushing for that. Another thing, it is work study. We have work study, Somesha Kitty. They are there, they are part of it. But because of time, may don't want to fight with the sake. So, yeah, that is it. So, thank you. Questions?
Because it's my good friend, and I'm one of those students who can run Sarova very well.
Yes.
So,
Thank you.
So, any questions for Ekesa? We have another one. Okay, Lamed, kindly ask.
Thank you, Ekesa. I'm local and global known as Kumalawe. And I've heard you speak about some 2,000 I break it down, meaning these congresses per month they are being paid 500, and per day they are being paid 16 shillings and 0.6666. This is not enough. How are you going to see that this is not a thwarting factor to your manifesto and even to your accomplishment when we elect you?
Council, you appoint a legal officer who acts as an associate of the student council. We have to write a letter, maybe to one of the biggest people, lawyers. We call them, it's a legal officer or a legal counsel, a lawyer who will be part of a USO. It's called an... Okay, let me give the parting shot. Yeah. So, I'm humbled once again to stand before you, and I say thank you for the opportunity you have given to me. Congressmen and women who are going to be elected, vote the right leader, because it is going to help the future. Otherwise, I wish you all the best. After election, there is life. There is life after elections. So let us handle each other with care, because power is transient. It will come and it will go, but we will remain University of Eldoret students. Thank you. May God bless you.
Yes, that is very nice. I told you we are debating professionally. And actually, for the first time in life, I've seen the case of behaving professionally. By the way, that's the way, by the way. Let me welcome Ken Kisombe. If you are around, Ken, kindly have your 10 minutes.
7 minutes, don't be late for questions. Thank you.
Okay, our able sec, my fellow comrades who are watching online, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Ken Kisombe. I'm from School of Education. I do special needs education. I take biology and agriculture as my combination. So I'm so much privileged to be here today. At least now, you people, you can see this legend who exists, known by the name Kisombe. Now, I have 3 or 4 things, but mostly ni mambo matatu. Sawa sawa, mambo itakuwa 3. Kwanza, about credibility. Hii credibility tutaiongelea kwa njia mingi. Kwanza, wanafunzi hawa wenye uko 4th year una graduate, na uko na overpayment. Now 4 years of finals are going to be sorted, including the SEC. I'm going to champion for your welfare. Kama uko na overpayment, tunaenda kusort in that wakati ikifika wa kuclear, we ensure that we have a win-win outcome. Shule inakukilia, pia unakilia shule. Si namna hiyo. Kama uko na overpayment, unarudishiwa either cash or transfer kwa mtu mwingine na ulipe. Si namna hiyo. 2, hiyo overpayment ilipwe, ianze kulipia help yako. Si namna hiyo. 2 about hiyo pesa tumesikizana kwamba utarudishiwa. 2, kama uko na overpayment, hiyo pesa ya overpayment hiyo, it will be instead ibadilishwe upewe kitu kama meal card ukule kwa hii guest house ama mess. Sawa. Like, how can you go na empty stomach na huko na overpayment fee kwa portal, pesa inalala huko? How? Na wewe ni finalist, unamaliza, lazima tusikizane hapo. Sababu na hiyo 2 is about fair representation. fair representation of the comrades. Many times ukienda ukipatikana na mistake huko Senate, hakuna kueleza, unaambiwa my friend yes or no. Na kuna mtu hapa hajui kujieleza, au kujieleza inafanya anakuwa convicted ya kwamba amefanya kitu hajafanya, ndivyo tu hajui. Hata kama umefanya, a comrade is always right. Hata kama umekosa, you are always right. And we are going to champion your interests. I'm here to fight and represent your interests accordingly, without fear of intimidation. Sinamna hiyo Congress, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. 2, hii mambo ya supplementary. Like this manifesto number 2, inclusivity. Like, you see, hii mambo na soup is just a mercy. Shule imekupea second chance. Now, why should they charge a second chance? Why should they introduce charges kwa second chance? 2, the fee. Hiyo fee most of comrades are sons and daughters of peasants. Now, mark you have 2 soups, right? Uko na soup 3 first year, ingine. So, for instance, first year uko na soup 5, si ndio? Ama 4. Hiyo ni 4,000. 8,000. 8,000 for second semester unalipa 8 or 11,000 there. Now, are we paying extra fees in the name of soup, or what are we basically doing? Next time we want such like policies ikikuwa in place, we want to be included. Sinamna hiyo? Hey, to be included. We are the custodians of this thing. Hii mambo tutaunda na tutatembea pamoja. Jambo lingine, tumekuwa na academic, kuna kwa hiyo nini unaangalia hiyo inaitwa namna gani hiyo? Hii kitu ya fee structure hii. Kuna hapo wameweka academic trips. Tunalipia hiyo kitu. Mumbai enda trips. Mimi niko I'm now a finalist. Mimi niko 4th year sasa, imebaki siku ngapi naingia 4th year. Na sijaenda trip. Hiyo pesa inaenda wapi ya trips hizo? By now, in fact, this semester I should be somewhere in Mombasa kwa bahari na fanya research. But hiyo pesa inaenda wapi? So hiyo maneno tunaenda kuunda. Ukipatikana na kesi, tumesema ukipatikana na kesi, hata kama uko wrong, we are going to justify that thing, na lazima utakuwa right, na utakuwa safe. Sawa. Even if there's means to use plan B, we are going to use that thing. But comrades akuwe sorted. Sinamna hiyo? Na mkinipea hii chance wangwana, at least pia mimi mtanisaidia. Sijaona VC na nitamuona. Now, and I represent most of the people here. So with my humble request that you give me this chance, hii kitu tutapiga na tutafika. I'm the voice of the voiceless. Mimi ndio ukisikia comrade, mimi ndio ule sasa mwenye nitawakilisha vilivyo. Nashukuru.
Thank you very much. At least can you give some a chance to run through. Only one chance.
Pia uji tutamsettle retirement.
Okay. Now, questions for this group. Question? No. You are not allowed. Lawrence, you have asked so many questions.
You can even ask in Kiswahili.
So ask very fast.
Yes.
I have 2 questions. The first one is about the eligibility you are talking about, what the overpayment of the fees. And you say that this money can be placed in form of meter, such that you can use it to use their plans. So you are using at the same time what this money to be placed there to be used as a meter. How? But the other one is about Sawa, you can answer that.
Do that in 1 minute.
Now, asante kwa swali lako. Tulisema ukiwa finalist, time unatoka shule, constitution inasema mtakana ukuwe na nil balance ya shule. Pia wewe shule ikuwe na nil balance ya mnaachana kabisa. Sema hiyo. Unaenda so hiyo pesa tumesema is either urudishiwe cash ama itumike kulipa help yako. But for this when you're na extra fee, kuna extra kwa account zao, they can use kwa milka as the other universities like KU does. Unaweza jilala njana uko na uko na pesa, bana uko na pesa, tumia hiyo pesa. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much, Kiso. That is very sweet. That was very sweet. And can we clap for Kiso? Yes. At least you have laughed. It was sweet. Now, as we finalize with Paul Masiko, I want you to warm your chairs as we will now be in the hottest debate ever in University of Eldon. So Paul, as you close for the Secretary General, you have 10 minutes.
Thank you. All protocol observed. The SEC, the Congress, students who are listening online. Good evening.
Good evening.
As usual, I'm called Paul Masiko. I'm from Uganda. I've been the Secretary General of the 10th SC. And now, I'm the retired but not tired, coming back to serve you in the 11th SC. To go direct to the points, let me first allow me to first highlight when I was elected as the Secretary General, what did I achieve? Because most of you will be asking some of the questions. First of all, the first thing we worked upon was opening of Gate B, of which we did that. Another thing, I thank my competitors. You have been hearing that the 10th SC did this. I thank them. They acknowledge that we have started paying the Congress at least some allowance, of which it started with our 10th SC. And then milk is being sold at the farm there. We negotiated with the university that now at least students should be getting fresh milk from the university, which is going on. Network, if you tell me wherever you are in now, even those listening from online, they are able to listen because we expanded the network in the whole university. Even hostels, there was no network. Another thing, we advocated for the clemency. Clemency is at least the meaning the role that the person who was expelled can be given a chance. And I wish to inform all of you that inform your students, those you know that have been expelled from the university, it is still going on up to the end of this month. So please inform all the students to come and apply to the VC. They'll be heard and at least given a chance to continue. It is the only university that has done that in their lifetime and during our tenure of the 10th SC. Then we at least worked upon the exam irregularities. The previous time, there is no student in the life history that has ever gone for exam irregularity and come back safe. But I can tell you now, we have several of them who went there and have been at least released freely. And we thank that because we introduced that they have to substantiate that really this person was cheating exams such that
you say that he has a case. So, but now, if there is the phone or it was like not on, they have to substantiate that you have been cheating in order to go home. Then the most thing, all of you since you joined, since when did you see the physical graduation? They had announced that it was online graduation, but the 10th SC, myself and the chair, George, went and at least advocated for that. And we are sure that those who are graduating this year, they'll be able to graduate physical graduation, of which students never knew that it could exist. Water supply in the School of Agriculture, it has been improved. And also, then before that time, we used to do when next offered, when you are doing special exams. But now we reintroduced special exams to be done in July, to favor especially the fourth years, whereby you are graduating, but you find you have a supplementary, you used to wait for the next year, but now it is done that year, and you graduate. I think last year, we graduated 300 students, whereby they were released and those who had supplementaries had to graduate. I think we have done most of those. Then you may ask me, after achieving all this, that's the question you're asking, why are you then coming back? I'm coming back because of the following reasons. In the 10th SC, we have put some appeals towards some of the issues that you raised. As a person, I'm capable that when I come back there, when I'm talking with the VC, I'll be telling him, we agreed on this, so what are you doing? That's the main thing. Like, for example, the issue of supplementary. The 2000, we appealed, and it was already approved in the policy. When the policy is made, the one who makes the policies is the council. So we appealed, we are waiting for the council to sit in April. Once they sit, we proposed. Now this is the truth. We proposed that at least if it goes high, it will be 1,000. And that's what we agreed with the VC when to present to the council. Then another thing about the notice board. We were promised that in the next 2 weeks, we expect it to be put there. But on the other hand, what we have achieved is that there is online notes board, but only that people, we are not yet very digital that we can go to online notes board. That's why we need the physical. But if you have your memo, most of them now, we direct them online on our web page. You can visit the memo there. So it is one achievement also. Then the student, another one is increasing allowances for trips. We sat and saw that going for trips, you always given 800. And for example, you go to Nairobi, that 800 can help you in any way, cannot help you. So we decided that let it be increased from 800 to 1,200. And that one, from the next financial year, I suppose that it will be there. I beg to be adding some more minutes because mine was like briefing the previous and the new one. Thank you. Or else, but there are many more things that we are working upon. At least we look forward that we improve the bureaucracy. Like applying for money for Uwesho, it used to go from the students we applied, like I applied for your allowances, the class reps, but it has to go from class reps, I applied, it goes to the dean, from the dean, the DVC to the VC. And it goes back to the VC 3 times. But now the VC accepted that now it has to go to the DVC. At least we reduce the bureaucracy of following up the issues. So now, let me allow this one that they give me the questions. I will be responding. I'm here to respond to your questions as I follow what you are saying.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. And if you have questions, how many from online? 2 from online. Then from the floor, I will give Magara. We said that SC, you are not allowed to ask them question. You cannot ask your fellow aspirant question because you are not going to vote him or her. Sawa sawa. Tukue hapo clear ili silete shida kwa chair. Haya. Now, tumesema hapa tuko na ngapi? Nimesema magara moja. Alafu the suiti guy. Alafu the third one. Oh, then I'll give Alois. Now magara very fast.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Mr. SG, it happened like you were the SG of the previous GM.
Yes.
And we are about to elect the new one. Which assurance are you trying to give us as the class representatives? Because I know there is this issue, they have been complaining about the allowances. And then that they need to inform their colleagues about the so-called lecture and whatever. Right now, there are some of the class reps who lack the so-called training. And they are telling us that when you are making a fraud on the allowances, there is that process. So what will you done the so-called process is running so that you can get the allowance?
Can you answer that before we get another?
Just get 3 and then answer first.
For example,
Very fast.
Our former SG,
yes.
during your time as the SG, the cost of soup increased from 500
Yes.
to 2,000 Kenya shillings. So now, did you have a meeting in the VC to discuss on this big issue? And if not, why?
Thank you. Very fast. Alois.
Thank you. So me, I just have one concern that I would like to hear from you. The concern is about a communication channel. When I want to communicate to the Secretary General, kindly clarify to me the channel that I should use. Because most of us use WhatsApp. Like when I text the SG having an issue that he needs to address, I get a reply, auto reply message saying that thank you for contacting Paul Masiko. When you're back. Then I give about a week and the response is not yet given. And it's not only me that have gotten such. Thank you.
You cannot react. Just sit down. No. Ask from online.
Let me first answer those ones as you prepared ones from online. About class rep allowances, I have to speak the truth of the matter. I've told you that those ones they were promising, the stories are jabber. Let me go to the direct why the class reps now, they have not been paid. From first years, government has not released the money. Most of the students, they pay towards the end of the semester. I applied for your money. Reaching to the VC, and he explains to you, now, I want you to tell me, sending the money to Wesho account, if Sir was here, it is zero. Because students, government has released the PESA for the first years. And then now, once it releases, I process it and I give the class reps the money. There is no way that I can process the money which is not there. But I've done everything and processed, even the check is already out, but we are waiting for that. That's the challenges that we have coming up. And in my manifesto, what I was to tell you is that we have plans whereby we can get sources of income from like Sarova to bring income to this Wesho such that we improve on that challenge. Another challenge of cost of soup. You are asking whether we have been asked as the SC. We were not involved when we were asked when they were increasing the supplementary. What we did, we requested for that we have special exams before ending of the year altogether. But now the council sat and increased the supplementary fee without consulting us. And that's why we wrote an appeal. And I explained saying, once it is put